Many people are aware Prince Harry has now lost, of course, his legal case against the Home Office here in the United Kingdom for protection for security around the world. And many people say, as I've said to you before, rightly so. Why should we be paying for this? But the bigger issue, I've been told, beyond that particular statement, and all the while that Prince Harry wants to, appeal to this, costing even more money to the British taxpayer, is, will this now break, literally, the duo? And let me explain. This is serious news. Morning, how are you? Nice to see you as ever. Thank you for your time today. Yes, I'm talking to you. Yes, you, I'm talking to you. Well, have a wave. You all right? Well, I know, I don't care if people think we're daft. I get funny looks around here. I'm not bothered. You're not bothered either, right? I can see that. Well, I know, sit up at least. I know, slouching around with the creme de menthe frappy at that time of a morning. Should think better of yourself. Back as ever to your royal story of the day. Now, it is fascinating this, because this is literally bleeding money from the coffers of the duo out in Montecito. And you have to remember that this is a very massive cost. A lot of celebrities have this, but a lot of them don't have round the clock 24-hour security. But this is something, of course, that the former royal, known as Prince Harry, has lived with. He truly believes it's needed. Now, of course, what you'll see in the next few days are the usual stories about intruders outside their Montecito mansion, their mortgaged Montecito mansion, I might point out. And then we're all supposed to think, oh wow, they are in danger. A terrible situation, and I wouldn't wish that on anybody. But as I've said, they had the opportunity to continue their life literally over here in the United Kingdom, with all sorts of trips back to the United States, and a lot of plans that our late and wonderful monarch, Queen Elizabeth II, had put into place to make sure that they could have the relevant time away from the spotlight, the glare of the royal spotlight. But it wasn't enough for the duo, so now they have to pay for their own security. Where it gets really interesting is, as I say, you see, it's a massive cost, and in order to fund that massive cost, they need to take on more and more work. They need to find lucrative people who are going to fund that. Now, so far, nobody stepped forward and said, yes, we will take on the security element for the former royals. The other issue is this, as we pointed out a couple of days ago, the former president of the United States, the 45th president, Donald Trump, has said he's on his own if he comes back into power, and perhaps that could look likely. Who knows? The bigger issue now for Harry is, where does he get the money from? This is the literally most single-handedly money-draining concept that they have. It literally is eating up their money. And the bottom line is, they don't want to go anywhere without security. Now, I understand both sides of the story, no one would wish anything untoward to happen. But as I said, the option, if you felt that strongly about that, it was your choice, and you should have thought how you were going to fund that independently first. What's interesting is, and I've been told this, and as ever I have to say allegedly, is that His Majesty the King, again, could be forced to step in. We already did it for a year. Should he now do it again? And more importantly, why should he do it? I'd love to know your thoughts on this particular story. It is a developing story, and as ever, when I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.